In this video, we'll learn about inbuilt map function for arrays in JavaScript. Map function in JavaScript creates new array from an original array, as well as the new array that is created using map function can be altered in its values, and it doesn't has any kind of side effects on our original array. Let's go to our code editor and start creating an example in order to learn more about map function. Let's create an array called students. This array will have a list of students as objects, and the object of student will have a field called roll number as well as a field called name, and in the name we will add some extra spaces, and we'll see how we can use map function in order to remove those spaces and add additional fields in those objects. Now that we have our array ready with list of student objects, we will now loop over the students using map function and then create a new array of students, as well as trim the names for empty spaces and add new field called isPresent and mark it as true. So let's start now. We'll create a new array by using let, call it updated students. We'll use students and use map function on it. It will have two arguments. First is the student. It will loop over each student and give us the student over here. We'll also receive second argument, which is the index, and we can access it using an anonymous function like this. Similar to what we have learned in the chapter for ES6 arrow function, we'll have this argument over here, but it will not have an assignment in the const function. Alright, so once we have this over here, we can use it like this. And over here, if I had to create a new array with exactly same number of elements and same elements with no changed values and no data altered in any kind of format, so I could have returned it directly like this. This would have created a new array, and let me show that to you. If I log it now using console.log, log update student, let's call it updated students, and if I run my code now, you can see there is a new list of students which has exactly same number of elements with same data. Now what we'll do is we'll trim the name field over here and here, as well as we'll add one more field called isPresent. So what we can do now is we'll remove the student from here and we'll use curly braces so that we can write our return statement over here. And what we'll do is we'll return a new object like this, and once this is there, we'll use student and spread it. So we'll spread the student, remember not students, just the student that we are receiving from loop over here. So once we have it over here, we'll update the name field. We'll use student.name and call trim over here. So once we have called trim on our name, it will trim the empty spaces and return a new name which is trimmed for the spaces, and we can assign that value to our name. So let's run our code now. So if I run my code now, you can see the empty spaces have been removed over here as well as over here. Let me log the students as well so that you can compare that the new values created do not impact the previous one. So let's log student over here, students. Let's run this now. So you can compare students and updated students over here. Students has the empty spaces over here, while updated student does not has it. So what we'll do now is we'll add one more field, that is isPresent. We can simply do it by adding a field inside our return statement, and we can mark is true. And if now I run my code, you can see that one more field has been added to my object. So in this way, you can update an object inside an array or a value inside an array without altering the original state of an array. So that's it for this video. I hope you understood what I was trying to make you understand, and we'll be using map function a lot in our course videos. So make sure that you take a look at this video and try some practice codes on your own as well as in the course section. So see you in the next video.